Yo, what's going on today, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, guys. So today I was planning on uploading an awesome gameplay with the Grau, which I will talk about that weapon in today's video, because we are just going to end up ranking all ARs in Call of Duty Warzone today, because my gameplay got audio delay. So as you guys know, if you are from the stream or have been to the stream before, every once in a while, over about around an hour, the audio does get messed up if I don't reset my capture card, and I didn't reset it for an awesome gameplay, and I'm really sad about it. So make sure you like this video so you can make me smile. So I appreciate you guys. We're gonna jump into ranking these weapons here. I hope this really does help some of you guys out, because there's a really fun meta going on right now in Warzone, other than like the hackers in every other game, because that's another reason why we didn't have another gameplay to like fill in, is because we ran into hackers all night. But the meta right now, you can basically use any AR you want, and I'm going to show you guys which ARs today are the best ones to use, and I'm just going to rank literally every single AR, and it's going to be a good time. If you guys do enjoy it, make sure you comment below and let me know if I got it right or if there's something I'm missing here, because I personally think I know the game pretty well. I run around and use different weapons every single day for you guys here on the YouTube channel, so might as well rank them for you guys. So we're going to rank those ARs and see how it goes. Alrighty guys, so we're gonna rank it 1 through 10. I know you can do like S tier, A tier, B tier, that kind of stuff, but I think it's easier just 1 out of 10, guys. So M4 here, guys. The M4 is one of those guns that, to me personally, has always been great. This is that Modern Warfare M4, by the way, guys. M4A1, not the XM4. So M4 here, it's always been like a very solid weapon. Very consistent. You know what you're getting when you're picking this up. It's good at medium, short range, and it's a little hard to use at long range. The damage has been nerfed quite a few times, so the long range kills is tough with it at times. I did post a video on almost every weapon here at some point on my channel, guys, so if you ever want to look up a video for any of these, I'm pretty sure I have almost every single one of these ARs on this YouTube channel with builds for them all. So I'm not going to go over builds in this video, but they're pretty standard for the most part, guys. Like, you just want to put the longest barrel on it with the monolithic suppressor, either the 50 or 60 round mag, and then you can kind of mess around with sights and grips how you guys please. But M4, solid gun. I would rank it probably right now in its current state like a 7 out of 10. Like, it's good in a lot of gunfights, but it's not great, and I wouldn't push it to that next tier. It could maybe push an 8, but let's do a 7.5. 7.5 for the M4 today. So we have the FFAR as well. This gun right here is kind of dominating Warzone right now. It's awesome to run with like a sniper, because the time to kill up close is phenomenal. With a fully built out FFAR, it does pretty good at medium to like medium long range, but anything past that, like, there's no shot you're killing anyone. So definitely has a nerf or an issue with the range with it, but if you're running with like a sniper, you're never going to have that issue. So consistently, I would probably put this gun right now as one of the strongest ones in the game, and I'm going to rank it a 9.5 out of 10 in the current state of Season 1. It's a beast, guys. Like, if you guys haven't used this gun yet, make sure you guys go do it. Check out one of my sniper videos. I'll show you guys the build I run on it, and it's really good, guys. I really do swear on this gun right now. Time to kill is just ridiculous. XM4. So in Warzone, this gun has a significant issue. So it has a very fast kill time. It's kind of a common theme with the Cold War weapons. Very fast kill time, no range. So you kind of got to pick your gunfights, and you have to play around medium range fights if you want to. It's really good for Resurgence or Rebirth Island, whatever you want to call it, guys. It's really good for that, honestly, because you don't ever have to worry about range in that. And the time to kill is like ridiculous, especially if you sneak a headshot in. So if they ever do buff the range to these guns, this gun's probably going to be really scary. And it's kind of showing up on the Cold War scene right now for competitive play. So it's a very solid gun. I would probably rank it like a 5 right now in Warzone, though, because there's just too many weaknesses to it. Like, you can't use this thing past like a short medium to like medium max range. Like, anything past that, you're not going to hit your shots. It's just how it is. Solid gun, though. The Ram 7. This gun right here, guys, has always been interesting to me, because I've always used it, but no one else will use it. Like, then I saw Tfue start using it, and a couple other people like King Richard, they all started using it, and I was like, I've been telling my friends this gun isn't that bad. Like, it's a solid gun. It's just like one of those high fire rate guns, though, guys, because you just can't miss your shots with it. If you do miss your shots, then it kind of like goes off the rails with the accuracy, because there is a little bit of weird horizontal kick to it, but if you hit your shots, the time to kill is pretty ridiculous, especially if you sneak in some upper body to like headshot damage. Whew, people just melt, guys. So I would probably rank the Ram 7 like a If I rank the other gun, if I rank that at like a 7.5, I'd probably have to rank this like a 7. There is a little bit more weakness to it. It's very good though, guys. If you guys haven't tried out the Ram 7, it is a fun gun to mess around with, and it's a good time. I definitely would recommend. The QBZ-83. So the QBZ-83 is one of my favorite guns from Cold War, honestly. I loved leveling this one up, and I'm surprised we're not really seeing it in the pro meta yet. I imagine it's going to come out at some point if they make like 1 or 2 nerfs to any of the other guns. But in Warzone specifically, guys, this gun has no kick. The way they transfer it over to Warzone is much different than it feels within Cold War. But in Warzone, it has 0 kick, guys. It just has that same issue that all the other Cold War weapons have, and that's just having no kick or no range on the gun, guys, because like the range is so big in Warzone. Verdansk is a huge map, and if you want to use this on a different game mode, like I've used it before in Rebirth, it's really fun to use, but you just don't have the range, guys, to use it anywhere else. You have to hit every single shot to kill someone at like a long range, and it's just not great, guys. It's a fun gun, but it's just not good enough. I would say if you do have great accuracy, you could mess around with it a little bit. I've seen Huskers mess around with it because obviously Huskers has great accuracy. I would probably rank this like a 5.5. I'd put it just barely above the XM4 just because purely off accuracy, you can just barely beat it out. So that's where I would rank that one. The Krig 6, the most disappointing gun of all time to me personally. I thought for sure when this gun was coming over to Warzone, it was just going to be the best gun in the game, 100%. And they just completely messed up the range on all these guns. So they have slightly buffed it here and there with the AG suppressor buff they had about a month or so ago. It's okay still, guys. I wouldn't say that it's a meta weapon. It does kill fast if you sneak a headshot in there. Headshot multiplier is pretty crazy. And if they do make that buff, guys, to these guns ever, jump on the Krig as soon as you can. It's going to be an absolute laser beam. Hopefully we see an overall eventually, but who knows what their plan is because they really haven't said anything. So they might just let these be bad forever. So we'll see what ends up happening. This gun here, I'd probably rank it slightly above the QBZ. So maybe like a, what I ranked the last one at? Like a 6 or a 6.5. I'd probably give this gun like a 6.5. It's solid, but it's not great, guys. It's going to get the job done, but it's probably the best Cold War weapon, to be honest. Like, it's solid, other than the DMR, obviously, because that was just broken for a long time. The Krig, it's probably the strongest AR from Black Ops Cold War, so I'd probably give it a 6.5. The AK-47 from Black Ops Cold War, I take back what I just said about the Krig 6 being the most disappointing gun ever. The actual stats that the AK-74 or AK-47 has in Warzone is atrocious, guys. It has the lowest bullet velocity of any of them. And this gun's literally banned from pro play in Call of Duty Black Ops. Like, it is that broken in that game, and it came over and just transitioned horribly, which is really disappointing because I'll get into the other AK in a second, but like the AK is always terrible in Warzone, and unfortunate because the AK is just such a legendary gun around the world and in Call of Duty history. I really wish it was better, but like this gun to me is like a 2 out of 10. Like, it's terrible, guys. Like, don't even attempt to put it on. I have this beautiful diamond camo for it, and I can't even put it on and use it. So it's atrocious. 2 out of 10. All right, guys, the AS-VAL. The AS-VAL next is basically a submachine gun. It has a crazy fast time to kill. It's technically the fastest in the game. And if you guys do hit all the bullets, it's very, very good. It has a weird-ish fire rate, and it feels kind of funky at times. So there's some games where you're going to love it and some games where you're going to hate it. But you need to run this with either a sniper or a DMR, just some kind of weapon that doesn't use a ton of AR ammo, because you're always going to be kind of lackluster on your AR ammo because you have to put it into your submachine gun as well. So you don't want to run into that issue. It's pretty solid, I would say. I would probably rank this one as one of the higher ones if you do use it as a submachine gun instead of an AR. So I'd probably rank it like a 7. Yeah, I'll give it a 7 because it's just not great. Because if it had a bigger than a 30 round mag, I'd be fine with it. I would probably put it like an 8.5 or a 9 just off of the fact that it kills super fast. But with that 30 round mag, you're pretty much going to kill 1, maybe 2 people with it, and then you're going to be left in a situation with a sniper. So I'll give it that 7.5. It's a solid gun. FR 5.56. I was really hoping they were going to buff this gun as they brought in other burst weapons. But this gun's terrible, guys. Straight up, you can see it's one of the only ones I don't have max level. Level 35. It's terrible. It's not even worth even mentioning in this list. This is going to be the lowest rated gun. I'm going to give it a 1 out of 10. I'm not even, maybe even a 0. Let's give it a 0 out of 10. Don't even touch this gun. I'm really disappointed that they have not buffed this yet. We're not even going to talk much about this at all. Next, we have the Scar 17. Classic Modern Warfare 2 weapon. Always has been high damage, smaller magazine size. So if the Scar had a bigger magazine, if this had like a 50 round magazine, I legitimately think the Scar would be meta. But when it doesn't have that magazine, it's kind of that same weird situation as the Val is, where the Val has a high kill fire, or like a high time to kill. The Scar has a high time to kill as well, but it's not as good at close range. It really does a great job at long range, but you're really only going to kill like one person. I've posted some gameplays with this on the YouTube channel before, and I personally really enjoy using this gun when I use it, but there's just too many downsides with the magazine size, unfortunately. I would probably rank this like a 4. I'd probably give it a 4. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's a fun gun to use. Next, we have the Oden. The Oden was the first gun I ever used in Warzone. So much fun to put that Colossus Oden barrel on it with the Colossus suppressor. Like, it's just ginormous and it feels great in the hand. Kills people in like 3-4 bullets if you hit him in the mid chest. It just has such a weird fire rate, guys. Like, if this fire rate was a little bit more consistent, like if it wasn't so like an LMG, I think it would be really good if it had just a higher fire rate. But where it's at right now, it has major downsides at medium to long range, and then definitely at like long range. Like, there's no shot you're really killing anyone if they have decent movement because of that fire rate. You can't, unless you like track them somehow perfectly and you can like sneak a headshot in there, maybe you will, but there's too many downsides to it, guys. I'm gonna rank this one like a 5. I like using it from time to time, especially if you are in those close time to kill wise. It is insane. Those close fights, it's crazy, but too many weaknesses to it. Alrighty, guys, so we have the M13. The M13, I love this gun, and I've always loved this gun. It has a special place in my heart because I felt like I was using this gun before a lot of people were using this gun at some point, and then it kind of became meta to like use it. I love it. It's one of my favorite guns. It's got one of my favorite skins in the game with the Brave. I think that it looks beautiful with the red, white, and blue. And then it's just has one weakness, glaring weakness. It's known as the pea shooter for a reason, guys. If you miss any shots or don't even hit like upper body, you're not winning a gunfight, guys. But with how accurate the weapon is, you can really win those gunfights. Like, it's probably the most laser beam straight line that you could ever have for a weapon. So if you hit your shots, it's very good. Like, you can rank it into like the 8-9 range with that. But without that, I'd probably have to rank it like a 7 out of 10 because realistically, it's just not good enough, guys. It has a glaring issue of if you miss your shots, you're not killing people. So it is what it is. It's a fun gun. I love it, but 7 out of 10 is all I'm going to be able to give it. Kilo 141. So as we know, Kilo ran the game for about 6 months. They came out with a shadow nerf, and J God and a couple other people went out and tested it. They were able to test it, and time to kill at long range is a lot slower now. It takes about 14 bullets. So it's still good. Don't get me wrong. It's a good weapon, but this one's tough to like rank because I'd probably give it like let's give it like an 8.5, just because accuracy wise, it's really good. If you sneak a headshot in there, it still has a pretty good kill time. But if you don't hit a headshot, it takes a really long time at long range. The thing that's really good about this gun, though, is, and a reason why I did rank it an 8.5, is because literally the gun, it just goes up and down. I've done this on 10 Kilo videos before. The recoil goes up and down, guys. So if you're hitting middle chest, it's jumping up and hitting a headshot. Like, it's super easy to hit headshots with this gun. I've always loved to do that for headshots, and honestly, yeah, 8.5 is fair. I think it is. Grau 5.56. Guys, this gun right here was broken when it first came out. Absolutely busted. But now it has a little bit of a weird recoil to it. I was hoping to post a video of that gun today, but, you know, I messed up the audio issue plus hackers I was talking about at the beginning. The gun just isn't that good anymore, guys. Its kill time is so slow. You have to sneak headshots in there if you're going to win any of the gunfights, which I would recommend putting some kind of scope on it. Iron sights are decent, but if you're not hitting those headshots, you're really at a big weakness. So I would not recommend using this gun right now. I'd probably give it a 6 out of 10. It's very disappointing to use because it was busted at one point. Like, I don't know what meta was worse, DMR meta, Grau meta, or Bruin meta. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I would have to say probably DMR meta just because it was so fast to die. But people forget the Grau and Bruin at their peak too. So hard to say. I'm going to give it a, would I give it a 6 out of 10 or 5 out of 10? I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. It's decent. Like, you can kill people with it, but you're going to lose almost every gunfight. This gun, I hate. I have made YouTube videos for this gun twice, I believe. And both times I've done it, it's just miserable to use, guys. Literally, you hit the first couple bullets, absolute laser beam. Just doesn't even move. After like the third bullet with this gun, it just goes everywhere. Recoil just goes crazy and you cannot kill people. It's just how it is, guys, with this gun. Unfortunately, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 10. I hate the AK-47 in its current state. I wish they would buff it, man. It feels good in the hand for the most part, but I don't like it. All right, guys, down to the home stretch here. The AN-94. This gun was secretly buffed. Everyone wants to talk about the secret buff to the AN-94. This gun still sucks, guys, unfortunately. If you guys did play Black Ops Cold War, or Black Ops, if you guys did play Black Ops 2, amazing gun. Super cool. Has that hyper burst feature where it shoots 2 bullets off the rip every time. So if you hit a headshot with that, you would imagine you'd kill him really fast. You don't. It has a really slow kill time, and it is not a good time to use, guys. I really do not recommend this gun to anyone, and I'd probably rank it about a 3 out of 10 right now. Maybe a 4 out of 10 just because it's pretty accurate, but it's not fun to use, guys. Alrighty, guys, so we are going to hit the top of the list here with the Amax. The Amax, I'm going to give a 10 out of 10 right now. This gun is phenomenal. I'd even give it an 11 out of 10. The time to kill is insane. Recoil is very easy to control, and it's just the best AR right now. Plain and simple. If you want to argue that, I'd love to talk to you in the chat or the comments. Come to my Twitch channel. Let's talk about it, because this gun is the best gun in the game right now. Unfortunately, it is kind of like meta. Unfortunately, in this awesome meta where you can pretty much use everything, this gun is definitely the best one right now. And it's been really good for a long time, so it's not really surprising. 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10, whatever you want to give it for the best rating. It's no guns beating this gun right now. It's just the best one by far. The FAL. The FAL has always been a very interesting gun in Warzone. It went through a phase where it was absolutely broken at short range. Like, you would just use it as a SMG essentially and just murder people. It was so good, guys. And then they nerfed it. It was never great at medium to long range, and it's just not good to use, unfortunately. I picked one up the other day. Someone was using it, and I didn't have my loadout yet, so I was like, all right, I'll give it a try. It took like 8 bullets or something at like a short to medium range, so it was not viable at all, and I would not recommend it, guys. So I'd give this one like a 2 out of 10 right now. And then this one might piss some people off because you can see I have it ranked level 4. There's a lot of people trying to make this gun work for some reason, but I personally just do not enjoy this gun at all, and that's why I haven't leveled it up. Anytime I pick it up off the ground, it just has too fast of a fire rate for an AR, and it has no range, and it's basically a submachine gun, but this iron, like the sights are ugly on it. I just really do not like this gun, guys. I'm gonna give this like a 3 out of 10, or maybe a 2 out of 10. Let's give it a 2 out of 10 actually, because the Groza, whatever you want to call it, it's not good, guys. I'm sorry to tell you. If you guys are trying to make it good, you're just doing yourself an injustice. Like I said, with all these Black Ops weapons, though, I'm hoping we can see some kind of a change in the future, because they all need a little bit of a range buff. So we'll see what ends up happening, guys. I do appreciate anyone that did make it this far in the video, like so much, guys. Please subscribe to the channel if you guys did enjoy it. Like I said earlier, it is free to subscribe. Like the video, smash that like button. Hopefully we can get 100 likes on today's video, and comment below, guys. Let me know if I missed anything or if there's something you guys want to talk about. I appreciate y'all. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and peace out.